John Machota, Law Nation, Skywalker Still. I'm going to get the housekeeping out the way early. You guys are listening to this on the playback. Awesome. Make sure you guys leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to it. You get your podcast, if you're working out, you're walking, whatever you're doing. And also, we're everywhere. So if you're on YouTube and you don't want to deal with ads or whatever, where we at, Sky? We on Spotify, iTunes,
Google, all that.
Google. Listen, type in Cowboys Collective, and you're getting the news straight from Here's Johnny. Johnny, you have, I'm sure, a lot to talk about because it's been a lot going on at Cowboys camp. Talk to us, John.
Absolutely, man. There's been a lot of stuff. I mean, 3 practices, none of them in full pad. So I've tried to stay away from too much in the trenches and the run game, just because I think once the pads come on, that we can have some serious talks about that. There's some moments where Tyler Guyton looks really good, and then other moments where you're like, man, that didn't look as great. And I'd rather see that with the pads on before judging that. But the energy continues to be high at practice, which is no surprise. And it's also led to some scuffles. And Brian Schottenheimer made it pretty clear this morning when he had his pre-practice news conference that he's fine with the guys getting chippy, but it's when they start throwing punches. That's the stuff that he doesn't want any of that, because like he said, you do that in a game, you're getting thrown out, and then you're not really helping the team at all anyway. And so the one today that kind of made me laugh, I think it was Ceedee Lamb, and I want to say Keemon Hall, and Ceedee made the grab, and it was right at the front of the end zone, and they were jawing a little bit, and then Ceedee threw the ball at him, and that obviously pissed him off, and then so Hall came back at him. So nothing major, nothing like yesterday's practice or anything like that. But what kind of stands out to me is that Ceedee Lamb, I don't think there's any, outside of myself, I don't think that there's anybody more excited to be out here than Ceedee Lamb. I mean, especially you can just tell because he missed, obviously, training camp out here last year in his holdout. But, man, it just – and then the thing is with him and Dak, they just look like – I mean, that rapport is just like right back like you'd expect it to be. Mm-hmm. With Pickens, I don't think it's where it's going to be. Like, there's some plays where you're like, oh, especially short intermediate routes, they've been fine. We haven't really seen much down the field yet between Dak and Pickens, but that's going to come. Ceedee even said it the other day. He's like, there's stuff that Pickens does that you guys haven't even seen yet. And so I think that the rapport with Dak and Ceedee is clearly ahead of that of him and Pickens. That's not to say that him and Pickens are that far off, but you can tell that there's like some little nuanced things. There was a play a couple of days ago where, Pickens kept running deep and Dak threw short thinking he was going to break out. So I think that's good that all those guys are out here, because that'll all get ironed out. And for me, when I'll really evaluate that, because I believe they haven't said this, they said they haven't made any decisions on this, but I believe that practice against the Rams is going to be the real test, because I don't think that they're going to play these guys in the preseason. And frankly, I wouldn't either. With the way this roster is constructed, you tell me that you lose Dak or Ceedee or Pickens in some preseason game, the season's over. So, that's stupid. There's no reason to bring them guys out there. Let that be the Jaden Blue, Joe Milton show, and we'll get plenty of content from that. But that practice, I think that's the one where you're going to really see where they get to go against the Rams, where everything's at with Pickens. But, I mean, again, for only 3 practices, I mean, to me, nobody has been more impressive than Ceedee Lamb. With that being said, today was also the second day in a row where Deron Bland wasn't out there because of the birth of his child. He's with his wife. And so he hasn't been out there. So you're taking away your top corner. That obviously is going to impact things. Kenneth Murray also not there today because of a birth of a child.
Every game, I feel like this happens.
And then Terrence Steele was getting his right ankle evaluated, so he did not practice today. So, so there's some moving parts there.